Today I want to share a story with you of my humble beginnings. We're in Lake Zurich, Illinois, one of the suburbs of Chicago. 17 years ago, this time of year, end of August, September, I spent an entire month living in the city in my car, literally 100 feet from here. That was one of the hardest times in my life. I was immigrant, I barely spoke English, I had 3 friends with me, I learned a lot of lessons, I was broke, literally was walking down this street with less than $1 in my pocket when I found $20 on the floor. But I want to share a lesson with you. We're going to come back to this bench at the end of the video. I'm going to share with you what I have learned in 17 years in the United States. Let's go. Found this area kind of by mistake. Local newspaper, someone was hiring one of the sandwich shops, so we went for the interview, didn't get the jobs, but decided not to keep driving around, find a place to spend a couple nights. We're in this parking lot, 2005, end of August, have a Pontiac Transport, not vehicle like this obviously, and in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock, these apartments were not here. In the middle of the night, we hear tapping. So 4 guys, myself, 3 of my buddies, hear the tap. Very slow paced tap in the glass. Everybody heard it, but no one got up. We were so exhausted from in the heat looking for jobs. We hear this tap, and then all of a sudden, full long scream. Wake up! To this day I hear that because I was the driver. So the person who was knocking at the window was police officer. What we didn't know, that someone called or they were patrolling the area, they came in. So at that time we have 2 police cars surrounded us right next to the sliding door, and as they flashing on us, we couldn't get up. Nobody was drinking, nobody was doing drugs, anything. We were just exhausted from looking for a job. And after he tapped so many times, he just yelled. They opened the doors and literally hands on guns. It's our first night in Chicago. They asked for papers, we got out. They told us, you know, papers were fine, our visas were not expired, we could travel for entire months before we go back to Russia or our countries. And they said that we cannot be here, we have to go somewhere else. The problem was it's 1 o'clock at night, we have nowhere to go, we don't have money for the hotels, I have 20 bucks in my pocket, and it started right here. So we were coming here during you know, entire months. We just did not sleep here. I would repark my car 2-3 times at night. I would go to Walmart all-night stores, and I would wake up a few times. Any noise, like they have these machines cleaning the parking lots, and when I heard that, I was so afraid that cops gonna give us trouble again. So every time I hear a noise, I would just repark a few times not to get attention. But right here in this park, we would eat during the day. You can see the grills. We would actually pick up some sticks from these trees. We would go to Aldi or Walmart, get the cheapest sausages. They're pretty nasty, they're watery. To make them somewhat tasty, you would use the grill, fire it up, heat it up. Anything on the grill tastes much better. If we would go to like McDonald's, get $1 menu, we would stock up on ketchup and stuff. So we have salt, pepper, ketchup, and those sausages, $1 for 8 winners. They were so good and cheap. We would take naps on the grass during the day, and at night we would just go somewhere else. Most people don't realize how awesome the United States infrastructure is. When you're an immigrant, you don't take stuff like this for granted. Beautiful lake, you have restrooms, you have things like this. I mean, if you think about this, if you have an apartment, let's say you don't have a grill in your house, you can literally walk out to the free grill in the public place on a lake and enjoy it. This is so cool. I went to my car to pick a piece of paper to start a fire. And guess what? This is actually the bill. I got it on the way out. This is from, I don't know why I got it, but it's from 2021. This is bill from my accountant to do my taxes in 2020, but the bill is from 2021. The amount of money that I paid to my tax accountant to do my taxes, how much money I earned in 2020, is bigger than how much I made in 2005. One problem is when it's too hot outside and you're looking for a job all day, you do sweat. And your chances to get the job when you're sweaty and stinky, probably pretty minimal. So you wanna take care of your body, you wanna be fresh, you wanna keep your hygiene up to date. So one of the things we were doing is coming to this lake at night to wash ourselves, just, you know, basic soap. United States have a lot of areas like this. This is beach. It's in the middle of this beautiful city of Lake Zurich, Illinois, but it's not popular. People, you're not going to see a lot of people here. Nobody cares about little lakes like this. So you know, we were coming late at night, 10, 11 o'clock. I mean, you might see a few people, dog walkers, but I mean, even right now, it's pretty private, I would say. You just go in the lake, it's pretty shallow, have to go deep. And in September in Illinois, it's chilly, but I like some cold plunges. At that time, I did not practice it as much as I do today. So it was chilly, but it was worth it. Gotta do what you gotta do. So September 2005, 4 Russian guys every night taking a bath in this lake right here. They had a bathhouse on the other side. We've been there one night. We were able to take showers, but then the next night they closed it for the season. That's how we ended up here. One time we went to actually like bathhouse on a beach, but then it was not available anymore. And this one right here, so they have a restroom. Let's go, I'll show you this place. This building right here was absolutely a lifesaver. How do you start your day? With a hot coffee. Well, back then we could not afford $1 or $2 coffee, so we went to Goodwill, got a little teapot, but we needed to make hot water and prepare instant coffee for 4 guys. So every morning we would come here. There's a receptacle outlet right here, so we would shave, brush our teeth, and then we would prepare some coffee in the morning here. That's the outlet right there. This is brand new. I think they remodeled this place, but this outlet, this electrical outlet was there. And we literally would make coffee right there on the floor every morning. So we have hot coffee. Nothing beats hot drink in the morning. Some people drink tea. We have coffee, but it was instant coffee because that's all we could afford. You can buy a big jug of instant coffee for like $2, $3, and it'll last you a month. Thank you for listening to my story. Now I wanted to give you the biggest lesson in my story. I did not make this video for you to feel bad about myself. Please don't. I live an amazing life. I live American dream. I love this country. To this day, I'm grateful for every opportunity that I had. But I remember, like today, what happened in 2005. In the hard times, we become who we are. We give our promises to God and to ourselves. We dream big. Never ever forget those times. Those times make us who we are. I don't know where I would be if I wouldn't be sitting here 17 years ago, dreaming, looking at the cars driving by. I remember it was 2005, BMW just came out with a new model and the 5th series. I remember watching those cars, and where I came from, they did not even have it on the roads, and here they have, and we're like, that car's worth like $70,000, that's a $60,000 car, that's a $50,000 car, and today I drove here $120,000 car, and I don't even have a feeling to that car anymore. Life changes, perspective changes, but never take it for granted. Never forget your beginnings, your humble beginnings. My hard times was the best time of my life. I remember these times with a smile on my face. I grew up in a one-bedroom apartment in Siberia. That was a good time. It built character, it built my character, my siblings' character. Living in a car on the streets in Chicago builds your character in different ways. Be grateful for what you have. Never forget where you're coming from, and don't think about those times as a bad times, because like I said, this was fun experience. I remember it, and to be honest with you, I think that's my advantage, because when you go through that experience, you become tougher, you become more competitive, and you set yourself for life in a different way. So comment below your story. I want to hear from you. I just wanted to share in mine. We're here on a business trip working with the EuroShield, and they just invited us. We're 15 minutes away. I decided to share my story with my video guy and with you guys, because I will never forget where I came from, never forget where you came from.